Welcome back to the What the Fuck podcast. As always, I'm your host, Kyle, and today I have a fellow automotive enthusiast and cinematographer and good buddy of mine. He's an okay coworker. Nick.
Firefighter, lawyer, policeman. Doctors hate him. Nick from Tuned Up.
Do you do some other like spicy work or something?
Fake taxi driver.
And today we have a very interesting episode. Do cars have a soul still, Nick? Do they have a soul, or are they just lost in the void forever? Or is it eras of cars that have a soul?
Yeah.
Or are they alive? Do they feel, like old Top Gear, how they're like, you could feel the car, it's not just metal and rubber, it feels alive.
Oh yeah. They're not just point A to point B things.
Right. Is that the case still?
I don't know. We're gonna have to dig this one a little bit deeper.
Let's dig into it. Let's find it out. And yeah.
Nice.
Roll that intro. All right, so in today's episode, we're talking about the foes of the automotive industry, the modernization, the computerization, the soulless cars that are what we call vehicles these days. And I say that with a grain of salt. The reason that is there are still some really great cars that have a soul these days. The Miata is practically unchanged for the past 10 years.
Yeah, they've done a really good job just keeping it the same.
I don't even know if those have any sort of...
Same thing with the 911s.
The 911s
have gotten bigger.
They've gotten heavier.
They've gotten heavier.
The most recent, the 992.2s.
They still have the night. Like, I love how they look. I love how 992s look. They're absolutely gorgeous. 991s as well.
They're timeless still.
But more electronics.
Right.
More stuff to go wrong.
Right.
More difficult to work on.
What do you think would classify... Like, I'm trying to think of how to word it. I guess to start this off, you have to define what a soul is in a car, right? So then what is a soul in a car? Is it how it drives? Is it the near-death experience? I mean, all of them can provide a near-death experience, but is it a characteristic thing?
I think the soul can change over time for the better, for worse. From when it rolled right out of the factory, you just have this sponge.
Really?
And it will absorb the owner.
Yeah.
I know we're going a little crazy into this, but this is it's my philosophy. It's what I believe in. You'll have an animal, right? Dog or cat, and they kind of mimic their owner in a way. If you don't train them, you don't take good care of them, they kind of just go hog wild and do whatever the hell they want. And I feel like a car, when it's just beaten and not really well taken care of, it just... Sometimes they run really well.
Yeah.
Not from my personal experience, but it's always the Nissan Altima that never gets oil changes that just somehow runs.
Just keeps going.
But there's just nothing there. But what my definition of a soul would be is the feedback the car gives you, the flaws in the paint. Even though as, somebody who details cars, I want to get a perfect car. That's always the ideal, but it's never possible. So there's always just little flaws that you might get a rock chip here. It's just a memory. Like, oh yeah, I got this from, when I was on the highway tailgating this truck.
That's what this big crack in my windshield's from.
Yeah, or you got that little sun fade on the on one part of the center console because that's where you always rest your arm.
Yeah.
All your stinky blue-collar worker oils are seeping into the interior. So it's what makes the car...
I think that's a pretty decent side of it. I would say my philosophy on a car having a soul, I don't know if it really changes over the course of the car. I mean, I guess it could, but I feel like it's more... maybe that is characteristic of his soul. I don't know.
It's more of a bond, that strength, the bond of the owner and the machine will strengthen over time as you gain experience with each other.
You know, I'm kind of changing up my philosophy now that I'm thinking about it.
And I'll add this real quick before you go on. I'm telling you, you guys need to follow this down to a T, because it has worked for me for 8 years now. You take good care of your vehicles. Yes, there's going to be times where they let you down, but
There's times that we let them down too.
there are times when we let them down, when we just let them sit for months and we don't drive them. They get a little hiccupy, they get a little angry at you, but you treat them with love. And every vehicle that I've ever owned, there's like that slight phase where it doesn't feel like your car yet, and then one day it just does. You're like, okay, this is my car. You don't have that like imposter syndrome anymore. You're like, okay, this is my car.
Yeah.
We've made memories together. I've worked on, like, you finally put your hands on it and gain that experience. But all of my vehicles, I take really good care of them. I follow the maintenance to the book, and they all treat me well. My first car has never left me stranded. Even with all the modifications I've done to it, it starts up and drives. Doesn't mean there's stuff that needs to be fixing. Doesn't mean there's an oil leak here and there, but it still drives, and it's a blast. And everything has just taken good care of me because I've poured nothing but love, affection, and money into them.
Mostly money.
But they'll reciprocate it. They will.
Yeah. I think I think back to like driving cars, 6 years ago that were brand new off the line. They feel different now that they're weathered through or driven through or worn in. And I feel like that's where the soul comes from. It's like a baby, right? It's like, it's got a soul, and it shows characteristics from the get-go. But it really shows how soulful or soulless it is after a couple of years.
That's a sponge.
Yeah.
It'll absorb whatever you put into it.
Right. So I think it's the way of how it drives, how it feels, how it handles, how it responds to certain things, but also how it treats you. And I know that's kind of a vague saying, but a car could treat you good, it could treat you bad. Largely it comes down to the manufacturer or how it was maintained or something like that, but nonetheless, it's a soul. Like, I've been in a couple S8s where I'm like, it's just not my car.
No.
But it's still a sold car.
Yeah.
That's just my odd take on it, I guess.
I'll piggyback a little off that too. Is, growing up through high school, I had a couple buddies that had the same exact car as me. We both had like minor bolt-ons, but the suspension was the same. Mm-hmm. No adjustable clutch quadrant or anything. The clutch might have been slightly different, but pretty much the same. But no crazy modifications on either end. They're both the same car, mm-hmm. but they smell different. They drive different. Mm-hmm. Not completely, but the throttle response is slightly different to me. They're both drive by cable. Thank you. They feel different, and the clutch bites differently, mm-hmm. and it feels slightly different from mine. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Every car's the older stuff, I would say, because they've just been weathered in differently. But if you hop in a new, 2025 Cayenne Turbo GT, I know, big jump from a Miata, and you hop in another one because you're like, oh, I don't like the color of this one. They're all going to drive the same.
100%.
They all drive, all the new stuff, they drive the same. But to me, like, I've been in two different 350Zs, two different C6 Corvettes. They're just slightly different.
I kind of want to get onto a little subtopic, like a tangent on that. I think the reason modern cars, really anything after like 2020 for sure, they all feel not the same, but like they're very predictable. You can every model from that line, if you were to get in the same car, different color, it feels the same. And I think the reason for that, or why that is, and I don't know, I wasn't old enough to know that in the past, and it's kind of like the tuning side of it, but everything's torque modeled now. So everything tries to hit a target torque, and it'll do whatever it needs to do to hit that.
Yeah, it's not throttle. It's not, hey, 30%
throttle.
30% pedal down, 30% throttle. It's
Right.
not that simple anymore.
No, it's 30% of the pedal is like 600 foot-pounds of torque and a
Yeah.
diesel or whatever. Okay, we're going to do 17 pounds of boost and this injection cycle, and then we'll get to this point sort of thing.
Yeah.
It just makes it more predictable, I guess. But kind of off of the soul, what we think a sold car is. Is that even the right term?
Soul car?
No, not a sold.
Man,
soul.
this is a
like a
tongue twister over here.
It's a car with a soul. That's what we'll go for. I think. Ooh. What is a perfect example of one that has a soul? I feel like that's like across the board, everybody can kind of relate to.
Oh, just like a car out the box?
Used or like a common enthusiast car. The Miata, I guess, for example.
Oh, yeah.
The Miata, for sure. I'm looking at them and I just see the soul on all of them.
I mean, look at it. It's like,
Happy guy.
I want to eat all the bugs on the highway. You know?
There you go. Yeah, the Miata is the perfect example of that. It's fun. It's not the fastest. You can make them quick. And they're just goofy.
Yeah.
There's no more goofy cars or... Hold on. That's what it is. Quirky. And the reason I say that, and it's kind of the same way
Picnic
nowadays...
benches in the back of a Honda. Was it CRV?
The CRVs, right.
Yeah.
This is starting to hit me really hard.
Mechanic gloves in the back. The nice
Cars
little... Like,
and people both nowadays don't have many quirks.
no.
People are boring, cars are boring.
Most cars are white, black, and Nardo gray. Silver.
No more color.
No.
You get beige, white, or black interior.
Yep.
Half the time not even white.
Yeah.
Mostly just beige and black.
The
Cars
cockpit is just underwhelming.
all the screens.
Or overwhelming.
Or overwhelming, yeah. You're trying to get to the climate control screen on a new Mark 8 GTI. That's not happening.
Yeah, yeah. In order for you to adjust your ventilation direction, you have to come to a complete stop.
In order for you to get to your...
You have to come to a complete stop. Make your subscription payment. Put your driver code in because you have to sign into your account, and then you can adjust your ventilation.
You know the perfect term for this? That might have been loud. Me adjusting in this patio chair.
I can make it real loud here.
We are in the enshittification of everything. And this is a tangent in itself. But everything is getting so expensive, so cheap. Well, cheaply made, I should say. Everything is expensive and cheaply made. Everybody wants to do the smallest, little easiest way to do something. Nobody wants to put in real work for anything. It's a tangent. What do you think on that? Is that...
Yeah,
agree with
I
that?
could
Makes sense?
really go down a rabbit hole with this one. I won't because it'll be a
take a long
completely
time.
different topic.
I'm in the same boat.
I'll keep it less than 3 minutes. I'll try to. Just say like, hey, you're yapping. We need to stay back on topic. A lot of this happened because of corporate greed. So I'll give you the 3 pillars of downfall, right? Corporate greed, social media and phones, and the EPA.
EPA 100%.
Those 3 things alone have just caused everything to go downhill in the car community. You have the prior CEO of General Electric, where General Electric used to be a company where they'd make your household appliances, and the work life satisfaction of employees was through the roof. They would reinvest money back into the company, back into their employees. And then I forget his name, but he was CEO for a long time. And he made the numbers look good on paper. He made stock in General Electric skyrocket.
Yeah.
But the company the pillars were just falling from within because they were just overworking, underpaying their employees, layoffs, but the stocks are doing really well and people saw that. So it's now we live in a world where the CEO of a company is just going to make numbers look good and the company's going to fall to shit. But that's okay, because once he sells the company, it's not his problem anymore. And now he's just sold it for all this money. And that's how a lot of companies are. And I feel like that might trickle into automotive. Also, they have to follow all these EPA regulations. Now EPA is saying, hey, we want you to be at Lambda
1.0.
Yeah.
During WOT.
Yeah,
That was Porsche's newest thing.
Yeah,
with
we
the
want you to be at
992s.
14.7 or 1.0, whatever number tickles your fancy. They want you to be right there at all parts of
Your driving operation.
Yeah. So now we need to go to hybrids for that, because you can't go WOT without running rich.
You can't extrapolate that much power at 1.0 Lambda or 14.7 to 1 or whatever their fuel ratio comes to. You can't extrapolate that much power out of a motor trying to do that.
Yeah.
So nowadays, and I mean that's the other thing, it's mostly the emissions side of it, where that's for emissions purposes. You can't produce a motor that's small enough to produce that amount of power. I think they're getting kickbacks also on having hybrid electric vehicles in their fleet.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd imagine that there's some sort of contract going on in there.
They got it figured out. They're going to
100%.
use a generator, use an e-machine to make up the power difference by pulling back on boost or only opening the throttle plate halfway. You can keep it at 14.7 and the e-machine will just compensate for that, and you'll never know the difference. But that's kind of where we're heading.
Right. And mind you, Nick is a technician at Porsche, so he sees a lot of the downfalls of this shit every day.
Porsche's a great company. I love them. I really do.
But there's some downsides sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not bad mouthing them.
No,
at
not
all. Small critiques. Everything in this world has room for adjustments. Just know that. This is a side tangent, but one day I want that silver technician plaque, which hopefully I'll be getting soon, right next to the silver YouTube play button.
Yeah. Oh.
That'd be pretty slick.
That'd be a cool little goal.
Yeah. Gold would be the ideal, but oh man, that's a pipe dream.
That would be sweet. That would be really
I have a
sweet.
long ways for gold technician and gold YouTube play button.
I'm a far ways away from a silver play button.
I just want somebody
It's in
to
the
comment on my
crosshairs.
video, say, good work, so proud of you, son.
Well, we're deep in a tangent right now, which is fine. But let's see. I guess the big thing is just emissions,
Yeah,
regulations.
that's killing everything.
Social media. We've got a big, long episode on social media. Modern car culture is broken.
That was good. I like that episode.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was a fun one to do too. But steering off of new cars, what about engine swaps?
okay.
We spoke a little bit about it at work the other day, but not enough to where we know each other's opinion on it.
Yeah, that's the problem, is we yap so much that when we finally come here and do an episode, I'm like, I already know what this goober's going to say. Element of
my cigar
surprise.
died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
You relight it? Wait a little bit?
No, wait a little bit. Yeah, so engine swaps, right? I would think it adds to the soul. 'Cause it's your own creation. You're not mutilating a living thing. I think cars are a living thing, but you're not mutilating it. Would that... I feel like, in my opinion, it's just modifying the soul, making it more soulful, right? Because you're adding a characteristic that wasn't even planned in the first place, ever on a drawing board. And you're making it your own thing that you like, which therefore, in your own opinion or satisfaction, would give the car more soul. For example, my first Saab. blew that motor up. It's a 2.8, right? 2.8 GM HFV6. Now, I swapped in a 3.2 LFX motor, 3.6 LFX motor from a Camaro and put the same turbo setup on it, and it made 130 more horsepower.
Wow. That must have been a little
It didn't sound any different because it's the same terrible sounding
Yeah.
GM Oddfire V6, but the car itself felt much better. It was lighter because the block was aluminum, so it changed the characteristic of how it drove as well. Gave it a little bit more soul, in my opinion. Your Miata, for example, go into that, right? It's not... The motor is it's the original powertrain that was built for that car,
Yes.
but
It's beefed up.
it's beefed up.
Yeah.
You have a turbo. You have forged internals. Does that add to the soul, take from the soul,
I think
enhance it?
the soul of the cars, I wouldn't necessarily say it adds or subtracts. I would say more that it keeps it, right? Some people may think that, oh, if you do an engine swap, you basically have a complete different car. I don't think so. I think really it's just the body, right? The interior, not even the interior, because people do interior swaps to like newer interiors and stuff like that. It's just really the body, the chassis of the car. You can do a full suspension rehaul, do a different engine, and it's a completely... It feels and it sounds like a different car, but it's still the same soul. It's like if you took a human and
That sounds a little extreme.
took a human, right? I'm talking more in the, Blade Runner, cyberpunk type thing. If we ever got to that stage with the world where we have robotic enhancements and stuff like that.
Oh, like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Basically, right? You're adding stuff like that to the car. You could be resto modding something. It has an old body from the 60s or 70s, but fresh motor. It's got electronics now, fuel injection, stuff like that. You can even do a carbureted setup, but it's a newly revised carbureted setup, new manifold. This is all revision on 2026 tires. Like the thing is just gonna excel much faster than even what the best money could buy back in the 80s, 70s, 60s.
Yeah.
Just tire technology alone, that has probably been the greatest improvement out of anything over the years.
I could see that.
Yeah. So I think the soul is the soul, and you can change whatever you want. It's still going to be like that car, even if it drives differently and all that, and it looks different, but it's still...
At the heart of it.
Yeah, still the same.
Not even engine or powertrain or body-wise. I feel like it's... I mean, you understand what a soul is in a person.
Yeah.
You could lose your arm, leg, head, whatever. You still have a soul. Well,
Yeah, as long as you're cognitive. So.
Right. It's this unmovable, unattachable thing. Can't see it, can't feel it. It's just the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it.
I think they're more pure the older the cars were.
Yeah,
and I think it kind of
100%.
stopped around that 2015 era. It started to really trickle down, and then it just came to damn near a complete halt.
You know what I kind of noticed with that? It was almost like after Dieselgate happened.
Yeah?
You know what Dieselgate was, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of after that, cars started getting really boring, and maybe it's just the tech boom. Cars just started getting boring and computerized,
Yeah.
and you make a wrong turn or you take your hands off the wheel for one moment, it just steers you back in the lane.
Yeah.
But along with that, I think it's also just people getting lazy. I think people have gotten very lazy, very attached to their phones,
Yes.
to where cars and everybody's like, yeah, safety. We wouldn't need lane keep assist if
No.
people knew how to stay in their lane.
Right.
Everybody knows how to stay in their lane. They don't. Why? Because they're distracted.
Exactly.
You didn't have these issues.
But they're catering to these people.
Right, and they're they're allowing it to happen more.
Yes.
So
I'm glad it's there because I've actually seen somebody fall asleep at the wheel in a Tesla.
Right.
Like flashers on, it's slowing down.
Yeah.
They were passed out. They're probably drunk or really drunk the night before and trying to get home.
When I worked for Volkswagen of America up in Washington, when the ID4 came out, it was the first, I think it was one of the first cars to have like an emergency pullover mode where if you go unconscious at the wheel, it'll throw on the flashers, it'll slowly slow down, it'll make sure it doesn't hit anything, and it'll go over to the side of the road and stop. And it does a little seatbelt jerk.
Yeah.
And it taps the brakes, and then it also shakes the steering wheel a little bit just to try and get you to become awake. And if it doesn't, it pulls over and it calls 911 for you. I think that's the good side of it, but I think with all this lane keep stuff, and I like adaptive cruise control. I think that's a nice, actual, like, true comfort thing.
Yeah.
It does get abused too, but I think we just cater too much to people that aren't paying attention, or just don't care to pay attention.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna scroll on TikTok while I'm driving because my commute's boring. Well, maybe you should get a more fun car. That's my true thing for that. All we have now
most people, honestly, most people, if they could, they would just teleport to their job.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
They would take public transportation if it wasn't too stinky for them or expensive or inconvenient.
I've noticed in the States, public transport is seen as like a poor thing.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just how
I would do it if I could.
Right.
I would do it if I could.
If it wasn't slower.
Coming from a car guy, too.
Yeah. If it wasn't slower, I used it all the time up in Washington.
Yeah.
In the city and all that, dude. There's no way in hell I'm going to find frickin' parking in the city in Seattle.
No.
I will take the tram, sit next to a tweaker, have a weird conversation with them at that, go to my concert.
My Greyhound bus stories are insane. That's a whole other
tangent deal.
Yeah.
Episodes worth.
But there was a time where I was on the Greyhound and there's a guy that he just came up to me. We were talking. He's like, "Yeah, I just got out of prison today." I'm like, "Sweet. What were you in prison for?" Meth. Great guy, honestly. Great fucking best.
Some people just make stupid decisions.
2-hour conversation I've had with somebody. Very wise person too. All because of public transportation.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just people don't want to do that. But to go back to what we were talking about, the counter argument for this stuff is like, oh, it's nostalgia, right? It's all the nostalgia that makes you think everything was better. I disagree with that.
I think it was truly better.
Nostalgia does play a part because it's nostalgia, right? It plays a part in all your past memories, but it's simplicity, right?
Yes.
PS2, if you look like my PS2, when I boot that motherfucker up, just the sound of it starting up is better. Why do you think Sony allowed you to make your PS5 like the user interface look like a PS3 or PS2?
Well, no, it changes the sounds too.
Yeah, it changes everything.
It changes everything about it. I have mine set to the PS2 right now.
Yeah. It was better.
Yeah.
But now we got everything's getting slimmer, low profile. Oh yeah, you can't even, everything's digital, no disk drive.
Everything's minimalistic. Everything has
one game is like 100 gigabytes to download.
Vapes have app stores on them.
Yeah, I can play Flappy Bird on my vape.
I can scroll TikTok while I'm hitting my $30 disposable vape. That is just, it's insane to me. I know that's
disgusting.
not even really related to this at all.
I don't even want to laugh at that because it makes me so angry.
It's insane. Why does your vape need a screen on it? I can get to show you juice levels and electricity, but some of them have a camera, bro. What are you gonna do with that?
It's ridiculous.
I got a cellular plan on my fucking vape.
No offense to you, but now it's like everybody with glasses. You don't know if they're fucking recording you. Like, are you trolling me right now?
Those are really
cool. You wearing
cool.
glasses? Are you recording me?
Those are really cool. I like those.
Just abused now.
Oh yeah, dude. Because I'm like, it's hard to see like the Oakley metal ones. The sunglass lens goes over the camera lens.
Oh, that's so
it's just behind the polarized whatever.
Up.
Dude, it's like
You don't know.
You don't know.
No.
You don't know at all. Is somebody recording me? I mean, I don't give a shit.
One day my
I'm recorded by
contacts,
everything now.
the contacts that I put in are going to be able to record.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
One thing I would wish from contacts is you could have like a zoom.
Oh, that would be insane.
Dude, just like have your left eye as like a 5x zoom. Just.
Dude.
Dude, that would be so sick.
Oh my gosh.
You know
I would
how
love that.
cool that would be, bro?
I would love that.
That could be abused very easily, though. And I know we're on a tangent, but I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
That could be abused so badly. A creepy old guy has a 5x telephoto contact.
He's going to the hot steam bathhouse. Like,
He's
ooh,
at
what
the
do you got?
beach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything's just going to get abused. So just keep it simple.
Yeah. But yeah, and I can relate to that because lately I've been thinking about getting rid of the Silverado. We talked a little bit about that. But I can't grab myself to do that because it starts up every time.
Mm-hmm.
It has a very simple system. There's no CAN bus in that. You talk to the ECU and the ECU only, or PCM, I guess, because it controls transmission.
Yep. Controls everything.
That talks to the cluster.
ABS?
ABS, yeah.
Yeah, ABS
But
module.
that doesn't start. That doesn't cause a no start if it's not connected.
Nope.
So, I prefer that simplicity. Sure, I have my CarPlay head unit. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't care for anything else. Give me a little screen that can show me my maps, my music.
But when did CarPlay
sound
come
system.
out? Like mid-10s? Low
No,
2010?
2016.
Yeah. I mean, that's right where it started.
That
That's right where it started to plummet.
I think Android Auto came out around then too.
Yeah.
We need to stop this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other bullet points you got?
Let's see. We got the electrical tech boom. I wanted to touch on electric cars actually.
Okay.
I love my microwaved steak and my nauseating one pedal driving experience.
Right.
I don't own an electric car.
No.
I've driven plenty.
I would never own one.
They're cool.
I do think they're really neat, especially when you're seeing people do like rally stuff and create like motorsport stuff with them. Electric cars are really neat, especially just how everything works.
I want to cut you off for a sec.
Sure.
For the average Joe, I think they're good, but they're way too powerful.
Yeah.
They're way too powerful. You get a $50,000 Tesla Model Y
And
or
they think
Model
they have the
3
coolest thing in the world.
dual motor, makes 500-ish horsepower. Dude, the average Joe, and gobs of torque, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, available immediately, if that's even what it is, I don't know. You give that to Baljit Shankit.
I was going to say little Timmy, but okay.
I can't actually
Not
go down this
Baljit.
tangent. I can't. It's gonna get really bad. You give it to little Timmy, straight out of high school. He's 16. I'm sorry, bro. I've had such bad experience with dudes that look like they're named Baljit and Teslas, dude.
I won't disagree.
At least in this area, dude. In this area, it is so bad.
They got money.
They got money. They have brains enough to have that money, but they don't have driving brains.
No.
You give it to little Timmy. He has 500 horsepower on tap. He thinks he's the hotshot driver. The car is assisting him through every turn because he is frantically understeering on back roads.
No.
But he thinks he's the best driver in the world. And then he gets into a different car. Whatever it may be. Tries to drive it, crashes it first time.
2003
Oh, bye,
Dodge.
little Timmy.
2003 Dodge Viper on 12-year-old tires.
Oh, I could drive this. It's got less power than my Tesla.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Timmy wouldn't sound like that. I can drive this.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah, that's. I think EVs are cool. I've definitely warmed up to them compared to when they first came out. But I just personally, I wouldn't own one.
They don't pick my fancy much.
Yeah, and no harm, no foul to the people that do enjoy EVs that are really into that, because it's really neat what is possible now with those cars. But I just have a sour taste with mostly just the Tesla community.
The Teslas for sure.
I just feel like they're just trying really hard to just merge with internal combustion engine community, which they can, like we're accepting with open arms, but they're just trying to compensate so much.
They're trying to do everything with those cars.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they can't, but I'm saying like
It's like, I'll accept you and
Right.
like, yeah, come hang out, whatever. Like, we'll have a great time. But the minute you start bringing out the brochure specs on me, I'm gonna tune you out.
Yeah.
I don't care.
yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. My side of it goes towards
An EV needs to be fast to be fun.
yeah, but it also needs to handle okay. I'm not saying they don't, like, yeah, the new Taycan Turbo S or whatever.
Those are wicked.
Those are insane, right? You're never gonna be able to use that power. It's cool you could buy a car that has crazy amounts like that. But still, the damn thing weighs 5,000 pounds. At that point, okay, here's one that just came up. The Hummer EV. It weighs 9,800 pounds. You could get it for, I think, 98 grand. Damn, it's pouring all of a sudden.
Nice.
You can get it for $98,000. I think even cheaper. Used probably even less. You give that to your suburban mom who's just trying to get her kids to school or whatever. She doesn't see little Johnny walking across the fucking crosswalk because our goddamn pedestrian angles are way too stupid now. You got a box in front of you. Little Johnny or Billy or whatever I said, he's done. Or you get into an accident with another car, that other car is done. I think it's okay for the mom, but for the other person, that's bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, crumple zones, whatever, but 9,000 pounds coming towards a 3,500 pound car, 4,000 pounds, whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna crush that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, maybe
And they're
do.
stupid fast for how much they weigh too.
I think we should do different licenses for different horsepower ranges. Same thing with CCs for motorcycles.
I think that's how it is in Europe, though.
Probably. They go overkill, and it shows.
Yeah.
The streets are safer. The streets are just better quality. I don't know. I don't have
Autobahn.
statistics to pull that.
The Autobahn, man.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
One day.
One day.
But
What else we got?
in Germany,
Oh, yeah.
in Germany, the Autobahn is, I think they said, 6 feet thick. On those top speed sections, it is 6 feet thick.
Damn.
Here, dude, we'd be lucky if we get 3 inches.
Right.
We got potholes everywhere.
Yeah. It's very depressing.
That's an opinion for sure, but let's see. We already got a lot of this. Holy shit. Let's see. Let's get into some emails.
Let's do it. That was a weird little downpour that we had.
Yeah, it was like a 10-second.
my Kawasaki's gonna get stinky.
Let's see.
Check the weather.
Yeah, do it. All right. Let's see. Ben from Phoenix, Arizona.
What was his name? Ben?
Ben.
Okay.
I think my tuner is guessing. Hey dudes, every time I ask tuner a question, the answer is basically it's fine. After listening to you guys, I'm starting to think he might not actually know what he's doing. The car runs okay, but something just feels off. What is the easiest way to tell if a tune is actually good or just not blown up yet?
Oof.
Air fuel ratios.
Yeah.
Depending on the car, you could see dynamic knock retard, which is essentially the car taking away timing itself to save the motor. It's very common on Subarus. It's very common on Audis, Volkswagen Auto Group in general. I'm sure it's super common on other vehicles too. That's the best way. Definitely air fuel ratio is important. Fuel pressure as well. You can have a shitty tune that's just not making great power, but it's healthy. Or you can have a shitty tune that's legit shitty and doesn't feel great. drives like shit,
Yeah.
looks like shit, performs like shit, that sort of thing.
Yeah. My opinion is, honestly, if you're having, it's kind of like where if you don't trust your doctor, you don't trust your lawyer, your mechanic, for whatever reason, you just don't feel like they're doing their best, then might be time to go look at somebody else to get some feedback.
Yeah.
That's really how it go. Because if you are taking it to a tuner, it means you don't know all the ins and outs. Otherwise, you'd be doing it yourself. So it's probably best to get another opinion.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because they either don't know what they're doing or they just don't care. They're just doing the bare minimum and telling you, yeah, it's fine, just to get you out the door.
Oh, 100%. And it is the most common thing is to be like, nah, you're good, dude. Send him on his way. And then his motor blows up a month later. And then you're like, no, it couldn't have been my tune. It lasted that long. Except it very much so was your tune. You have a melted
piston.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up from Jenna from Chicago, Illinois. My weird gauge obsession. Okay. So here's the thing. I have this ridiculous collection of tiny gauges and glowing floor mats that no one in real life gets. After listening to you guys, I'm wondering what's the dumbest or weirdest piece of gear you've ever actually loved. Also, a live episode inside a car would be really funny, but I would absolutely tune in. Jenna. A collection of tiny gauges and glowing floor mats?
I've never seen that before.
That sounds neat.
I used to. Okay, I'll add to this. This was when we were a little younger. We had on my wife's RX-8 LED strips,
I forget
like
she had an
ambient,
RX-8.
ambient lighting. It would illuminate based off the beat of the music. Now, it wasn't the best, but I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I
I
wouldn't
feel
do
like
it.
it could be very overstimulating while
You can dim it down.
Oh, that's good.
It was pretty neat, but
It was like the under the floor.
yeah.
Or the
Would I do
floor.
it again on other cars? Probably not. But as of now, really the only gimmicky things I might do are like maybe like a sticker or a cover or something that's where it's like you'll only see it if you look really hard for it. Like I have like a little sock over my master cylinder reservoir on my bike that says quick as fucky instead of Kawasaki. Just stupid gimmick, but it's just whatever. It's your car, your bike, do what you want.
Yeah.
You know, have fun with it.
I think mine, I can kind of relate on the gauge side of it. I love gauge clusters. I think they're very neat. Especially because you can...
Water drain is so loud.
It's not even raining anymore.
I think it's just overflow.
Oh, jeez.
Hopefully the mics don't. Mics will probably pick it up, but
Yeah. Oh, well. I like gauge clusters a lot. You probably saw in episode 7 with Nick, the video episode we had. I had an Audi gauge cluster, and the gauges actually moved until it dropped, and then it stopped working.
it grew legs and dropped.
But yeah, gauges are like, I could see that. But other than that,
Yeah, I have the gauges on my A-pillar, like additional external sensors that I added.
Yeah.
I think they look bitchin'. Especially if you
those.
get them to match the instrument cluster.
yes.
Now you have like a full cockpit.
I saw that on it was really
I like
popular
white.
on-
I like
on
white and red.
GTIs. White and red does.
I
look
like
really
white clusters with red.
Red
Like
needles.
yeah,
I would like eventually to do some sort of a white cluster with a red needle on the SE.
Yeah, I think
it'd be
it looks
Like
gorgeous.
an R8 GT.
most high performance cars. I don't know why they just have white clusters
Why
on.
is
I
it
don't
so
know.
loud?
I don't know. It's probably just overflow from the roof.
It's not raining though. That's what I don't get. Whatever. Let's see. Wow, that's an interesting one. Okay, I think some of these are troll for sure.
Oh, my bad, buddy.
What are these, dude? These are like... Oh, this is my spam folder. What the fuck? Okay, let's go to this one.
Also, any of the tuned up directed emails,
Oh, yeah. I got one of these.
I'm gonna answer them directly. If they're listening today, I'll get to them and reply through email, because I know there's some we might not be able to get to today. And I there's just so much volume, and so like I just feel bad not answering genuine questions. So I'll do my due diligence.
I thought I
getting
made
back
a
to people.
folder
You
for
did. You did
yours.
send it to me.
Did
but
I?
Yeah, I can always just email them back
Okay.
if we can't get to them. Because I know it's quite a few.
This one keeps popping up, bro. It's... It's the one. I'm going to skip that portion of the email. Who is this from? Another Kyle from Nashville, Tennessee. Do a listener cars episode. Hey, Kyle, and hopefully Nick. You should do an episode where you go through listener builds and give your honest opinions on them. Like, people submit their setups and goals, and you break down what makes sense and what doesn't, and what you change. Could be really helpful and probably entertaining too. I really enjoy the show, and I think the conversations in the Tuned Up Media episode were quite nice. Definitely was a smart move doing a collab, so please bring Nick back for some more. Kyle. I can't say the rest of that. It's real bad. Maybe...
If you know, you know.
If you know, well, it's only me and you that know, and other Kyle. But yeah, thank you for the message. We should definitely do something like that. That
Yeah, I
would
would
be quite
love
fun. Let's see. Let's answer this one real quick and then we'll get back to it. Dylan from Denver, Colorado. IAT question. Hey, why does my car feel like two completely different cars depending on temp? Cold equals insane. Hot equals meh. Is that just intercooler or tune or both?
Ooh, I like this.
It's a heat soak thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not tune. It means the tune's doing what it should be.
It should be compensating for
Yeah.
air temp.
If you got hot air, it don't like that hot air. It got less oxygen in it, and it's hot air making engine run more hot.
You
So
explained that like how I would imagine Kraus would explain that.
yeah, right. Yeah, it's just a safety protocol. Really, you just the cooler that engine can run, and not coolant wise, right? There's a proper oil and coolant temperature you need to be at, but more in the sense of the air that's it is actually ingesting. The cooler you can get that to be, the better. And on hot days, it's going to be like that if you're doing poles back to back and it's 95 degrees outside. 100%. It's noticeable
in Florida.
Especially with my Mustang. It heat soaks so easily with that factory supercharger that you do a couple poles and it's just pulling timing. That's what it's doing, and you're just not making as much horsepower torque.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
100%.
So
I want to get into this next topic. Both of us own motorcycles, own quite a few, and I think this can be thrown around depending on who you ask, because and the thing is motorcycles having souls, and I think the modern conception with it could be, well, the rider gives the motorcycle the soul, or the bike itself as a soul. I think it's kind of the same with the car thing. I think it's much more personal.
Motorcycles are a lot more intimate than cars.
Yes.
Every movement you make is changing the center of gravity, the suspension, everything on that bike. You are part of this machine.
Right.
So depending on your riding position,
how you choose to ride it
will determine how it handles.
Right.
How it accelerates, how it brakes.
Yeah.
So it's almost like an extension of your body on the road, or vice versa.
So then would that make the motorcycle an extension of the person's soul?
Oh man, that's a high thought right there.
That is a high thought right there. And I haven't smoked my cigar. It went out a couple minutes ago.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
Huh.
That's a gray area.
It is a gray area.
That's a very gray area.
But like, think about it though. Like, if you directly influence this machine, if you were to hop out of a car while it's going 60 mile an hour, it'll do what a car does and usually go down the road and eventually slow down.
Yeah.
A motorcycle will do the same thing. Wait, I don't know where I was getting to with that.
Made sense in my head.
If I don't know, I kind of lost my my.
All I'll say is you have to be a lot more cognitive of what you're doing, a lot of more input and feedback that you're getting on the bike.
Yeah.
And it just requires all your attention. You can't be scrolling through TikTok while you're riding. I mean, you could if you really wanted to.
I've seen some videos.
Not recommended.
No, dumbest thing.
Yeah, you have to be. You can't even be zoned out. Like, you could not be on your phone and still riding.
If you zone out while riding,
You're screwed.
you're screwed. If you're looking to one side while you're riding, but you're zoned in, you will go towards that side.
Yeah.
I mean, you could fight against
Look where you want to go.
Right.
There. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot more intimate. I'll definitely add to that. The
There's-
soul part, I think, yeah, they all have souls. But I will definitely stand on that side where riding is a lot more intimate
100%.
than driving.
Yeah. I'm with that. I'm with that.
A lot more risk, too.
Let's see. Damn, we really hit all of those. A modern engine. Okay. So you know how modern engines are hyper efficient, make very decent power for their size and all of that. And I feel like the answer to this question is just going to be what race cars are nowadays. What would let's say the simplest car I can think of, just the first thing that comes to my head, Miata. It's the most simple thing. No CAN bus, like an NA, right?
Yeah.
No CAN bus. You barely have a radio in those. Some of you don't even have airbags. If you were to put a modern motor into a Miata, would that make it a modern car? No, that's kind of a stupid question, I'm not gonna lie.
No,
The
it wouldn't.
chassis is still 1990s, 1980s.
Yeah.
The engine is, yeah.
I would say if you started adding things like adjustable dampening on the go, like electronically controlled,
Yeah. Or change suspension geometry.
active aero, we're talking like technology. Sure, it's a modernized car.
Right.
But if you just throw an engine in it, not really. Bless you.
Thank you.
Still an old car.
Yeah,
you know.
it is still an old car.
Yeah.
And if you put an old engine into a new car,
Still a new car to me.
yeah. I feel like the new car wouldn't drive at all, though. It would get
Probably
locked
not.
up.
That whole engine swaps with the whole CAN bus thing, from what I've heard, is very, very tricky.
It's difficult.
Yeah, especially getting it to communicate to the instrument cluster and
But
not being able to run the factory stuff. You have to do all the standalone
what I've
units.
figured out with lots of research is doing engine swaps from the same brand, same era of car.
won't work.
They usually work.
Yeah.
Like Audis, for example. 4-liter engine swaps into like a B8.5 S4, like a 2013 S4.
Yeah.
Very common. And mostly the CAN bus just goes right together. You just have to worry about, mounts and tuning and immobilizer and all that shit. Once you get past all that, it talks to the car the same exact way. But then you go towards like, I don't know, just give me an example. I'm running on fumes.
Oh, man. Don't put this one on me.
It's on you.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
Okay. You put a 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10 into a Miata. It would be very easy on the Miata side because the Miata just has to say, sweet, I have an input shaft to my transmission.
Yeah.
Power can go to my wheels.
Yeah.
I can give fuel to this. Yeah.
That's it.
ECU and everything else is like, where the fuck are we at? We're in a void. I don't see my gateway control module. I don't see my instrument cluster. I don't see a fuel pump control module.
No. Yeah.
I don't see wheel speed sensors. I'm gonna throw the fuck up
I'm gonna throw a fit.
and throw a fit. Dude, I mean, auto with a 5.2 would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty
That
slick.
would sound pretty gnarly.
I've seen so many crazy swaps with those cars.
I saw a 5.2 swapped Cayman.
Lamborghini
like
V12.
986.
Yes.
That's in the
LS swapped?
No. 5.2
5.2 V10, yeah. And it's just poking out the inside of the car.
The firewall's all chopped up. I was
Oh
like,
man, that's wicked.
I don't think you'd be able to control that car.
Probably not.
Those engines are super torquey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that shit's really neat. But yeah, what's the consensus, you'd say? I know we went on tangents and roller coasters
Right, ups and downs.
and watched rain fall.
Yeah, cars do have a soul, 100%, and sometimes they fade away.
Yeah.
They can fade away if they're neglected. Maybe it gets in a fender bender and it gets towed to the junkyard, and you go to the junkyard and you see all these junk cars, or you have somebody selling a roller car and it's just
I have
beat
a
up.
counter argument to that.
Yeah,
I go to the junkyard and I think they all still have a soul.
they do, but they're dwindling.
I don't think they're dwindling.
No,
I think it's like destiny, in a sense, if that makes sense.
they either want to be saved or they've just given up and they're just like, yeah, I'm just an organ donor now.
Well, and largely it's mostly up to the owner on how that works.
Yeah,
But like I still see them and I'm like, oh, that car. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I just, when I see them, when I see cars that get put on the lot and they're a very sought after car, the motor, the interior parts are worth a lot of money, and it's just stripped, right? It's a roller and the dash is missing. I think at that point it's just done. It's
Yeah.
going to get crushed and its soul is gone.
Yeah. Do you think when people are organ donors,
There's
the parts that are like, I don't know what they donate.
you'll have to look into this. It's actually been documented a couple times with organ donors where they start like enjoying different foods that they haven't before. Really crazy. Yes. I don't know how much of it is true because I haven't really dug into it, but
I've
there are.
heard of something
It's
like that.
documented. People are like, oh yeah, like I just have a craving for pickles and peanut butter, and lo and behold, the previous owner of this organ loved pickles and peanut butter. Really weird stuff.
That is trippy.
Yeah.
It could be the same for cars though too.
Yeah.
This engine loves 3,000 to 6,000 RPM. Anything beneath that, it hates it.
Yeah.
It's just the characteristic. It's a characteristic.
100%.
I think souls can be merged and mended
Yeah.
for cars.
Yes.
I think, I don't know. That's a whole other thing if going to
Soul bending.
real souls, but yeah. Anything you want to add on before we get into some more emails for the end of the episode?
No, I think that's pretty much. Yeah, I think we covered that pretty.
Cool.
Not a crazy topic.
No,
You can
yeah.
pretty much.
Just like dead set.
I feel like it's a yes or
Understood.
no.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go through some of these blast ones that I got. Hey Kyle, gotta say, your love for the Audi S8 is hilarious, but kind of inspiring. I catch myself thinking maybe I need one too, and then I laugh.
Is that it?
That's it.
What?
What?
Oh,
You laugh at me?
laughing at you.
Oh,
You're a joke.
I'm a joke. The Audi S8 is the best sedan ever made.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take like a Doug DeMuro side to this, or like a Jeremy Clarkson thing with this
Right.
Mercedes.
Yep.
The Audi S8, specifically the third generation, the D4, is the best sedan ever made.
Yeah.
Why? Get a massage while you're going down the road. It handles quite good. It's got plenty of power. Lots of space for your family. Carbon fiber everything. Made of all aluminum. 6-piston Brembo front calipers.
Damn.
2-piston Brembo rear calipers. Did I forget? It's a twin turbo V8
Yeah.
with a pretty quick shifting. Now, if it was a manual, it'd be top tier right there.
Yep.
Do I wish they made a coupe? Yes. But I said sedan, not coupe. That's the best sedan in my opinion. People can be like, oh, M3, that's the best sedan. Or my Subaru Crosstrack's the best sedan. That's a crossover, not a sedan.
Right? Doesn't count.
What would another sedan be? That would be the the Saab 9.3 sports sedan is the best sedan ever made.
Yeah.
So quirky. It's got a key in the center console.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't own any, so I'm not.
What's the best coupe in your opinion?
Oh, dude, you can't go down that rabbit hole.
I have to.
I don't think there's a best. I think each manufacturer offers something different, and that they really are strong in a certain area
Yes.
and weak in others.
Audi does struggle in some areas.
Yeah.
I haven't found them yet.
That's good.
Yeah.
Leaking water pumps into the vacuum system.
Hey. That's new Audi, man.
Leaky evaporator.
That's a Silverado thing. Oh, no, that's a Cayenne thing, too.
Yeah.
We could ship because we
technically
see
Audi.
the issues with Porsche every day.
It's Audi. It's all Audi products, so.
Macan is a fancy Q5.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it fancy. It just looks different.
It's got the Porsche logo on it.
That's why it's an extra 20 grand
Hell yeah.
for a 4-cylinder.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get into some emails. Let's see. Is it normal to hear a tiny knock at 4,500 RPM on my tune? Cars feels fine. Just curious. From Jake.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Sorry, I blasted through that. Is it normal to hear a tiny knock at 4,500 RPM on my tune? Car feels just fine. Just curious.
No knocking is normal,
Yeah,
but figuring out if it is knock.
at least as
or-
if he hears it.
Yeah.
Knock is audible.
Yeah.
If okay, hang on.
Well, could it be
If
something
it's-
else?
It's possible it is.
It's
something
not engine
else.
knocking. It's just something else.
If it's spark ignition knock and you're hearing it,
Bad.
it's usually pretty bad. Usually you should get that figured out pretty quick.
Yeah.
The ECU can only correct so much.
You get a
depending on
fault
how
for that
it
though.
is.
I think.
I don't know. Depends on the car.
Yeah.
How new, how old it is. Let's see. Dylan, can you do an episode of showing what parts of your videos are staged versus what's actually raw? Oh, this is for you.
Oh.
Staged, which is actually. Oh my god, dude, I'm sounding a little.
I was gonna have a seizure.
Actually,
I'll read it. I can't see, but
this one right here.
okay. So we got Dylan from Denver, Colorado. Hey, could you do an episode showing what parts of your videos are stage versus what's actually raw? Would be funny and informative. I think this is for your podcast, actually.
I don't think so.
Like what's stage versus what's raw for podcast episodes.
I mean, I feel like all of it's mostly raw.
It's all really what it is just, and this goes for the cinematography stuff as well. There's bullet points to stay on topic, because you could just rant for hours and film for hours. Mm-hmm. So you have stuff that kind of keeps you organized, but they're bullet points. Mm-hmm. And you just read it and you're like, okay, I got to do this topic or I got to film this scene. Mm-hmm. And then you go from there. It's all up to you.
Right.
Because I think if it was all, when stuff is staged, you're gonna, you can tell when it's a teleprompter. It's just obvious.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're gonna know. And it's just,
breaking news, the Audi S8 is not as reliable as Kyle makes it seem.
yeah, it's all 99% raw, 1% just bullet points, stay on track. And
Yeah, it's more so like just a little nudge.
Figure out what to talk
this
about.
Is what's next. That's what's next. It's
yeah,
like
that's what makes
it's
it.
like a guide.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun.
Oh, 100%.
If I had to just read off a Chat GPT essay, I think I'd be depressed.
I don't think I would do podcasts anymore.
No, probably not.
Yeah, so modern cars, Yeah, I can't even. I can't even begin to think of something like that.
Right.
Let's see. Noah from Jacksonville. Hey Kyle, ever regret a tune? I'm at that point with my car. It feels fast, but feels off. From Noah.
Very vague emails here.
Yeah, these are all very.
That's okay.
Short.
I just feel bad because I feel like I
email
might give you the
filters
wrong
do.
answer.
I've regretted tuning somebody's car plenty of times, but I have regretted a tune, and the best thing about it, you can reflash to a different one.
Yeah, you can always go back. I feel like it's not just a tune either, it's modifications. It might sound really cool to put a different intake manifold on your car because it makes more power, but now it feels like it's got no power in the street because you have to be over 3,500 for you to even get anywhere. And
like
you've pretty much ruined the car for drivability. Or you put a Manti kit on your brand new GT3 RS because it was cool, but it is literally breaking your spine because it is designed to go on a track and a track only. Driving that on the street or doing a cross-country road trip on that would probably be a nightmare.
1,000,000%.
And it's not their fault because it's not designed for that. It's designed for the track.
Yeah.
So modifications play a huge role into that, and the tune is just designed to blend that modification into the car properly.
Yeah. 100%. Let's see. Hey Kyle, this is Ben from LA. Ever hit the point where mods just ruin the car instead of helping? Feels like I'm there.
I think we just talked.
Yeah,
I think we
did.
just covered that.
Yeah.
Did you want to add anything?
You can definitely ruin a car with mods. The slash over the headlight. You put a really shitty set of coilovers, like eBay coilovers, like Max Peters.
Yeah. Godspeed.
Godspeed. You can make your car feel like shit. It'll handle a little bit better, but then you're just going to be hating life when you drive
Your
it.
wheel bearing will probably fall out.
Exhausts are kind of the perfect example of this.
Yeah.
You go way too loud, and now you have a drone that lasts right in your cruising range. And you have a
It's the
40-mile
worst.
commute.
It's the worst.
It's terrible. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I'll add to that previous one. Yeah, you just have to be careful. There's a lot of marketing that goes into these modifications, like stages and bright colors and, oh, get this because it's better. You can't... Everything's a give and take with mods. So you put something on, you're giving it something, but you're going to take away something every time.
Right.
And if you don't understand what it's giving and what it's taking away, then just don't put it on your car.
Right.
Plain and simple.
This one is from... There's not a subject on this one. Okay, well, from somebody. So I listened to your podcast on my way to work yesterday. Then on the way home, I turned the music off, rolled the windows down, and actually drove my car for the first time in months. Same road, same car, felt completely different. So yeah, now I'm annoyed because you ruined normal driving for me. Thanks. What episode should I listen to next? All of them.
Yes.
From Daniel. Well,
Awesome. That's so good to hear.
I'm happy that we could do that for you. I'm very glad I've ruined normal driving for you. Drive the car, enjoy it, have fun. Take care of it, it'll take care of you.
Hell yeah.
Best way to put it. It's actually kind of a good one to leave off on.
Nice.
You have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just super stoked to be doing this with you, and reading these emails is so awesome.
It is.
I love it.
Really, really cool. Like, very neat.
I just feel bad for not getting to all. It's just so much, you know.
Maybe.
But if you email every single day, eventually you'll be mentioned.
I think that's all that I got for this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Modern cars can have a soul. Most of them don't. Stay classy.
Stay gassy.
And
make sure your windows are rolled up when you fart.
Oh, no.
Don't roll them down, otherwise you're messing up with our ozone layer.
You are
And you
committing
are-
to the cars having to get
And I will call
worse.
the EPA on you.
You are the reason cars are getting soulless.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode 10 of the What the Fuck podcast. If you enjoyed it, please shoot us a contact at WTF.VaughnRaceworks.com, or shoot us an email at WTF@VaughnRaceworks.online, and let us know what you think. Give us some feedback. Tell us some things you want to hear us speak about, what you want to hear Nick talk about, maybe some questions for him and his line of work.
Yeah.
And
I don't know everything, but I do know a lot.
Yeah, let us know. Shoot us some questions. Give us a like, follow if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I think that's all I got.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys.
Alrighty, see you guys in the next one.